Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is yet another episode of Only Fools and Collecting. I think we're on episode 24 now, so we're nearly at that 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing well. We've done all right so far.
Yep.
So, as per usual, we just want to thank our lucrative sponsor, Mr. Sean Fear at Watto Scrapyard, an absolute angel of a man who is knocking out some very, very cool head sculpts. He can do Kenner vehicle replacements, 1/6 scale head sculpts, Black Series head sculpts. Top bloke, really nice to deal with. If you need anything, you want anything, give him a shout. He is your man and our man. So we start every show like we always do. New this fortnight. Pete, what you got?
Okay. Well, I'm going to work backwards here because the billies on the right, they're not actually new. I sourced those secondhand a couple of months ago, but they've kind of not been. I only just managed to drag them into place, so they're where they're going to live now, and I liking them. They're nice. Quite a nice display case. I'm just playing around with shelf heights at the moment because I've got various different heights of figures and bits and pieces. It's a bit annoying that the middle one's fixed, but I had a look at it and I think you can probably move it as long as you bolt it back in again. It's
I was reading about that the other day.
Yeah, because it's obviously part of the structure. But I think if you just move it down a little bit, because the problem is you can't get, if you leave the middle one, you can't get 3 shelves of figures above or below, which is so you end up with what I've got on the right there, which is where I've only got 4 shelves.
Right.
So I need to drop the fixed one, and then I should be able to get 5 shelves of about 15 inches in that one. So that's the plan. But at the moment, it's just put them in there just to start playing around with space. Obviously, I need to drill all the holes and stuff when I've got the shelves in the right place for all the lights, make it all nice and neat, and so yeah, they're cool. They're really good. But we were talking, Steve, about they do some newer doors now that are just mainly all glass.
That you can't get.
Well, you can't get them. Yeah, I mean, IKEA ones are not in stock.
You could before lockdown, but everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the outside.
Everyone's battling Corona with clear glass paneling.
I think they are. They've run out of perspex, so they're buying IKEA doors to use instead. I mean, I don't mind the silver on the outside, but obviously the middle, when you've got the doors shut, it does obscure quite an area of the display, which is ideal. And I was thinking, well, if I'm sitting in here, I can open the doors up, but then, you don't want to have to do that all the time. So yeah, me and Steve are both going to try and get some of these doors when they actually come back in stock. But yeah. And then in the middle, I think Dean was showing it on a couple of shows ago on Collecting Weekly. It's the Black Series 6-inch Snowspeeder Luke. And again, we have these conversations where I shouldn't dabble in other scales. I've owned some of these and I've got rid of them. But the figure just looks so cool, and it was 20 quid, and I thought, I'll buy one. It's really nice. Really nice. It's just, I'm not going to buy any more. He's just stand on the side there.
Well, you're never going to get 12-inch on that top shelf of your Billy, so you may as well fill it with 6-inch.
Exactly. And I've got the 112 Ghostbusters. I've got the NECA Turtles. I've pre-ordered the Marty and Doc from Back to the Future, the NECA ones. Nice. So I'm just going to have like a little 80s, 112. And then obviously the Alien stuff as well. So that will all go up on the top there because, as you say, they're not tall enough for 12-inch figures.
So it looks like we've got Danny in the chat, Manny, Elderson. I can never say their name right. And Toy Mafia. Hello, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah, they've clearly got nothing else to do on a Thursday afternoon in the States.
Yeah. And the guy on the left is Eoma from Lord of the Rings.
Take word on that.
He is the son of Theoden. He's one of the riders of Rohan, so he figures mainly in the second and third films. Asmus, very nice figure. They had a little sale on a few weeks ago, and I think I got him for about 115 shipped. Which is really good. And the reason is because I thought, he's got chainmail. You know what I like to do with a bit of chainmail. So I just I got him. I had to cut the armor at the back, but you don't see it. And I just basically on this one I just used the the kind of the cloth. It was just a thin cloth to look like chainmail, and I just glued the chainmail onto it. It was easier just to do that. So yeah, no, he looks really good. Not necessarily a figure that I had to have, but when I saw they had a sale, and I was a bit like, you know what, I've not bought a figure for a while, and I can do some with him. I changed up the hair on the helmet because it was a horrible, like, cindy kind of shiny hair, so I just stuck a bit of lamb's wool on there. But yeah, he's a nice figure, a good figure. So I've got the Shia LaBeouf Faramir coming, so he can he can hang out with him.
You have to hit Sean up for a new sculpt for that.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. But I like the outfit and everything, so it's worth it from that point of view. And hopefully definitely on the next show, I've got the main man, Sammy Maxwell, has built me and again, it might fall on deaf ears if you guys aren't big Lord of the Rings fans, but in the Fellowship of the Ring, there's a big scene in the Mines of Moria where they're in the tomb of one of the dwarves, and there's a big battle with goblins and ogres and stuff, and Gimli's...
That's the you shall not pass bit, isn't it?
Before that bit, yeah.
Before that bit.
So there's a tomb, and Gimli's standing on top of it, and they're all there. So I've got that. So that's going to be the full width of the Billy. And
I may not know my Lord of the Rings, but I know my memes.
Yes, well, that's exactly. And one does not simply walk into Mordor.
No.
And then I will be working with Mr. Dean Gladwell, to complete the backdrop for it as well. So that is going to look stunning when that is all put together. And he's a massive Lord of the Rings fan, so he feels the love. He knows what I'm looking for.
Is he going to do a full width Billy backdrop? Is he?
Yep. Sides and back.
I'm glad to hit him up, so that I might do that instead of painting mine. Just do the backdrop route.
Yep. So he's going to do because I don't need the floor, because obviously Sammy's made that with some sort of steps at the back, and then Dean will just do the backdrop and then the sides. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So that's going to be really cool.
Danny's a fan of your Superman flying off the shelf.
Yeah, he does look quite cool, doesn't he?
And then Iron Studios is making Minds of Mora statue diorama series.
Nice. I like their stuff.
Wow, that'll be impressive. Yeah, their Jurassic Park stuff's really nice, isn't it?
1/10 scale, isn't it? Like the Lord of the Rings stuff. They're really nice. So yeah, that'd be interesting to see how that turns out. Cool, yeah. Steve.
Yeah, cool. It's actually good. Just you're talking about the Asmus sale. I caught it last time it was on. I think it must have been a year ago. I picked up the mask double pack where you get the mask in the yellow suit and then Stanley Kiss in his pajamas. I think I got that double pack for £125 shipped. You just got to catch it when it's on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I passed up on that set. I was offered it, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not sure." Nah, and they didn't fucking do it, and it's another thing I've regretted for years.
Well, I've actually got the Dark Toys one on order, and I've not opened the Asmus one until I get that, and I'm going to pick whichever I like the most, and then sell the other one.
Dibs.
So
there you go.
Okay. There you go. So the only thing I've got since I was last on is the 3-0 Rambo, which is, I think I was talking about it last time. I was waiting for it, and it was stuck in God knows where. But I was watching everyone else buy it from Kapow Toys in the UK. I hadn't even pre-ordered it, and I was like, I want my Rambo. But he's now turned up, and to be fair, it is every bit as good as people say it is. Tiny nitpick would be maybe that what they've done is they took a regular body and put a rubber oversuit over a standard body, so he's a bit too bulky for Stallone back in the 80s, but it's not a million miles away. And to be honest, the detail, I mean, you could probably see from the picture there, the pants are really nicely weathered. He's got all the scars on his torso and that. And I've got displayed without his vest on because I think it looks better like that. The sculpt is fantastic. Probably one of the best Stallone sculpts I've seen.
I don't think I've seen a bad picture of it, to be honest.
No.
If you take a bad picture, you are an absolute muppet with a camera because it's just not easy to take a bad photo. And it's a cracking figure and very weird. No worries. And very worthy of being in my Stallone collection, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even a Rambo fan or a Stallone fan, and I'd be all over this.
It's just a great figure.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Mm.
Like you say, the sculpting on the chest and that's great. It's just brilliant.
Yeah,
Someone needs to make a Dread 2012 figure.
There is one. It's been done about twice. Yeah, I've got it. In fact, it's in one of my other cabinets.
Yeah, it's there. It's in the picture.
Because, yeah, definitely. I've seen some people swap out the headband, put a red one on for Rambo 2 as well, which looks really cool.
Oh, yeah, because he does wear that. You don't get the necklace with this, so you couldn't have the full...
No.
Oh, do you? No, or do you? Hang on a minute. You might get the necklace. I can't remember if you do or not.
Yeah, I think people said there is a necklace, but I'm not sure if it's the right one technically. But
I tell you what, you do get some accessories with it. You know, obviously he's holding the bow there, but you get the rocket launcher and the not the rocket launcher, the RPG, and the grenade actually comes out, and everything's a really nice detail. And then you get the
AK.
You get the machine gun, you get all sorts with it. Yeah, it's a really, really nice set. Lots of extras, and the only thing you don't get is a base. So I already had the base from a kit bash version I'd done prior, so I've repurposed it for this guy.
So did you not get a base at all?
Nothing. Apps 3.0 don't do bases.
It's weird.
No, they don't, do they?
No,
it's fun, isn't it?
So it's annoying, but
even just to put a generic black one in.
Yeah, anything. Just even just a Rambo on the nameplate with no sticker would do, but just nothing at all. It's a shame. But so that's the only thing I've got. I did also get a wash and cure machine for my 3D printer. I haven't even unpacked it yet because I've not had a chance to go anywhere near my 3D printers recently. But that's about all I've got. I've got loads coming though, so I'm a bit scared for the invoices piling in over the next month or two.
Is that have you got any? Is that the Stallone collection done? Have you got any more plans for?
I'm going to do Cobra.
Okay.
For definite, and I would like to do Tango and Cash. I'd like to do a Ray Tango in the suit. I've seen someone do that. They got the you see on the back right there. I used the unmasked sculpt off the Dread figure for my John Spartan.
Right, okay.
I've seen someone use that sculpt, and they must have bought the right glasses that he wears in Tango and Cash, and then just put him on in a grey suit, and it looked really, really good. So. I'd like to do that as well, and then that'll probably be it for Stallone.
Yeah,
no, it's good.
Cool. All right.
Dude,
we now have Ian.
And I've got fuck all, nothing.
Bit of Whitney.
First time in ages, I have absolutely nothing. I've had sculpts in to paint and stuff like that, but nothing for myself. Nothing. So yeah, I know.
Happened.
No, well, the thing is, things are a bit ropey at work, so I'm staving off buying anything other than Bob's Bastard Beans. And
well, I hope that doesn't go south for you.
Well, we don't. I'll find out week after next. So assuming everything goes to plan, I've got a list of stuff I want to buy.
Right.
If it goes good, I'll start buying again. If it doesn't, then you'll start to see a few for sale posts from me, I think.
You'll be doing a lot of Batman repaint commissions.
Yeah, just hawking Batman and more repaints. But that was me. Nothing. This will pity me and feel bad for me. New releases. We can't move. I'll tell you that diarrhea Pete's got's fucking murder. Out already. It was out in Hong Kong. The Mark 47 reissue. It will cost you. Now this is obviously Toys Wonderland prices. £372.
It's still not that bad these days for that is diecast, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, for diecast, that's about the going rate, isn't it?
Yeah. I know this was like insanely popular, and people really, really loved it. And the after prices were just fucking mental.
Like £900, weren't they, at one point?
I think I'd seen some go for over £1,000. I mean, it was ridiculous. Yeah.
It's not even that nice a suit. It's just because it was limited that people thought, "Oh, I really want it." It's like you don't really want it, do you? It's not that good.
No.
Yeah, it's not even a suit I'd remotely like. So it's an easy pass for me. There's in fact, I think the only Iron Man suits I really like are probably the Mark 42, and probably the 7. and the 4. I think they're probably the ones that I really like. Other than that, not interested.
It's got to be red and gold. But I hate the silver and gold, silver and red. I don't like the Mark 5 either for the same reason. I just don't think the silver looks great on Iron Man suits.
Yeah, but I think adversely, that's why this one, because it was different. People thought, well, that's going to be, the only one that's going to be that kind of look, and then that fueled people buying it, and obviously then people then wanted it because it was rare, or they tried to buy it when it was just going up because they thought that they could then offload it again for even more money, and it just got insane, didn't it? And that's kind of totally. I think it signaled the start of the ridiculous prices that people are charging for anything now.
I know. And then Hot Toys go and re-release it.
Yeah. But I mean, kind of released the shackles,
Yeah, I mean, Hot Toys obviously keep an eye on the secondary market and see what's selling, and they just will reissue it. And to be honest, I don't mind if they do that. It doesn't bother me in the slightest.
No, it doesn't bother me.
They're not limited. They're not limited to X amount. So, if they see that people are paying silly amounts on the aftermarket and they're stupidly popular, then pump some more out.
I can remember ages ago. Sorry, Pete. Well,
that's all right. No, go on. Yeah.
No, I was going to say I can remember ages ago. Someone in the know said that Hot Toys have got accounts in pretty much every major Facebook group. And they keep an eye on what everyone's doing and talking about, and you know what I mean. And a lot of it comes from those groups.
Yeah,
makes sense. It really does.
Yeah. No, what I was going to say is that I don't think any of us buy figures as an investment. It's nice if the figures that you buy because you love, if they go up in value, and it means that you can. It's not always that you make money. Like with Ian, you sold your Hoth layer for more than you paid, but it was the going rate for the Endor layer, so it was a 1-to-1. So it's good, but never buy them for an investment because
definitely not.
It's no.
You can't predict it. It's impossible.
No,
it's all over the show. And if you price stuff to try and make money, chances are it won't sell.
Yeah,
it just sits there for ages.
You've got to sit on stuff you've got to sit on stuff for years to make proper money out of anything. Because it takes that long for them to go up in price.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the 47, and then the Incinerator Trooper came out yesterday or the day before. 280 quid. I like it, but for me, it's not 280 quid's worth of Trooper.
No,
it's a normal Trooper with a bit of a repaint and a new backpack.
Again, it doesn't seem 5 minutes since we were talking about this. I remember when this went to PO.
Yeah,
because it was Mandalorian time, wasn't it?
Yeah. It really doesn't feel like it was that long. In fact, because it wasn't long after it was shown on the program. So
that's right. Yeah. So it would have been earlier this year.
Yeah. But then again, something like this, if it's most of it's going to be parts they've got lying around.
All they have to do is
the flame basically, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just a 3D file they have to print, isn't it? And you then cast.
Yeah. So, I mean, to me, if this was sitting around 180, I go, all right, fair enough. But 280 is just a bit too much for me for this. Obviously, second batch and going to other places, you can probably get it a bit cheaper. But it is. This is one of those. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like the paint scheme, to be honest. On the helmet, it looks odd.
Yeah.
But
it's like he's been eating jam.
Similar to the one they did from the game as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was. Yeah, I think you've got to be a Star Wars completist, or you're going all out on the Mandalorian figures or whatever to be wanting this.
Yeah, I mean, I've been toying with the idea of selling off a big chunk of my collection, just focusing on Star Wars and DC. Like when I first started out, Star Wars, DC, and keep a couple of other little bits.
Back to the Future.
Like Back to the Future. I mean, I'd never get rid of my Thanos because to me that's just an awesome figure, and the character is probably one of my favourite in Marvel. But I could probably get rid of the rest of my Marvel figures without batting an eyelid. I've got a few others that just they're there because I've kind of got them. And I could really focus on Star Wars and DC. But even if my whole collection was just going to be Star Wars, I probably still wouldn't pick this up.
No, definitely. There's plenty of other figures that you know, and
there's probably 100 other figures you could get before this.
Yeah, and you know, you'll enjoy the prequels as well, Ian. And there's going to be loads more of those coming. You know, ones you need to as well. So yeah, I think this is really definitely 4th, 5th, 6th tier. You know, you've got to be, as I say, almost a completist, really. I think.
This is the kind of thing that further down the line you pick up in a trade or something because it's there and it's fairly cheap. It's not something you'd probably buy straight off the bat.
Not for 280 quid, definitely.
This is the kind of figure that Sideshow give away for free when they've got 200 of them left 3 years later.
Yeah, it's a Jor-El.
Yeah.
So that was it, really. 2 new releases over the last couple of weeks. So, but upcoming releases, we've got shit tons. So I should be a lot more happier about this. The Hot Toys Ahsoka.
John Travolta Ahsoka.
Yep, the John Travolta Ahsoka. 250.
I can't see that now.
No, I know, I can't. Because when I first read it, I was like, fuck off, is it? And then when the photo went up, I was like, you bastard. So this cost you 250 quid out Q4 2021 to Q1 2022. So another couple of years.
Bonkers.
I really, really thought I was going to be this. If someone said to me 2 weeks ago, Ahsoka's coming, I'd be like, it's an instant PO. I'd kill for one. But it was a bit of a...
What don't you like about it, apart from the fact it looks like John Travolta?
The thing is, I don't... It's not that I don't like it. I think it looks good, but I just suddenly find myself not giving a shit. Like, I just don't care. Like, it's...
I mean, I don't know the character. I guess she's pretty major in the Clone Wars series, is she?
So this is from the end of the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So again, like, I love the Clone Wars. I love Ahsoka as a character, but I don't know. It just doesn't do anything for me, and I don't know why. There is no logical thing I can say.
The only thing I can put it down to is they haven't done enough of the Clone Wars range yet to make you want to buy figures. I don't know if that's right or not, but they only seem to have done Troopers or Clone Troopers, and they're starting to do Obi-Wan. I think aren't they? But
they're heavily focusing on the last series, so that's why you've got like Rex, Ahsoka, the 501st, and I think, I mean, I will probably end up pre-ordering this, and I will probably end up with it in my collection. But I thought, to me, this was up there with either an Endor Han or a Bespin Han, and now it's like there. I'm like, oh, okay.
It looks like they're going to do more as well, doesn't it? Because he's in one of the shots with her, one of the promo pics. So they're going to do Clone Wars more.
Yeah, a Clone Wars more as well.
Yeah.
The only thing about that I'm a little bit hesitant about is that they're just going to be reusing the same sculptors again, and Maul looks different in the Clone Wars than he does in Episode 1. So I'm a bit like, it would just look a bit, because people have made that figure and they put on the Hot Toys head and it just doesn't quite look right.
No.
So I don't know. I mean,
is that why he's got chicken legs?
Yeah, he's got the robot legs.
Yeah,
that's from where he was cutting off. I mean, I don't know if I'm just being a bit.
No, and they still haven't put Obi-Wan up for pre-order, have they? Weirdly, the Clone Wars one.
No. Yeah, they haven't put him up yet.
I understand that. If she is on pre-order. It's odd that, again, unless it's this whole Ewan McGregor, likeness.
Possibly.
Thing, but
Edison says they used the Solo sculpt.
He looks pretty
to be honest, I think I mean the timeline should about fit, but I think if they were going to do that, they just would have shoved that scope on in the promo, in the picture for this. But I don't know. It could be right. Yeah. I don't know. I just wasn't that as excited. and I'm very disappointed in myself for not being that excited. But I was, oddly enough, and this is what I mean about me being fucking weird at the moment. So I was way more excited about this.
Okay.
The Hot Toys 501st Clone Trooper. It will see about 225 quid for the regular edition, or 250 quid for the deluxe. It's at Q4 2021 to Q1 2022. So the deluxe with this comes with 3 helmets. You get your Phase 1, your Phase 2, and the Ahsoka paint.
Okay.
It comes with a jetpack, lots of weapons. I mean, I really like Clone Troopers. So this is like...
People do.
Really
Loads
good.
of people do. You can imagine people are going to order like 6 of the deluxe so they can make all the different variations.
Yeah. I mean, there's a guy who 3D prints clone armors, and he does undersuits and stuff like that. And I think he was doing a full Clone Trooper for about 200 quid. So for 25 quid more for the regular, you get with this you get jump packs and multiple weapons, and I like this. I like this a lot. You can see people buying lots of
these. Very popular. Yeah, they'll be cranking these out till the cows come home.
Yeah, and the thing is, Hot Toys did the armor for the sideshow ones, so they probably just so they probably just dusted off their templates and molds for that, and improved them a bit, and away they go. But I really like this, and I do hope we start to get more Clone Troopers, because and particularly if they're starting to branch into the Clone Wars. You've got the Bad Batch, you've got Commandos, you've got ARC Troopers. There's so much they can do, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they actually do. Very much so.
Cool.
And then we had, I don't know why anyone would want this, the Hot Toys Mysterio drones, 96 quid. It'd be at Q1, Q2, 2021.
Just you get one big one and 2 tiny ones.
Yeah, I don't.
Are they just meant to look like they're far away?
Yeah, it's a whole false perspective thing.
Just crackers.
Yeah.
It's right if you look at it straight on, but it doesn't work with that 3/4 view, does it? Because they are right next to the big one.
I mean, they're well detailed.
Yeah.
The paint's good, the sculpts are good, but
it's another one of them. You're going to have to buy 2 Spider-Man, Mysterio. It needs to be like part of a mini diorama, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm not a fan of the 2 little ones.
How much is it? £100.
It was 96 quid.
Okay.
So not as expensive as I thought Hot Toys were going to do. I thought they were going to pull people's pants down for this, but no, it's what it is. I've got nothing really good or bad to say about it.
No.
Now this, I think you sent this over, didn't you, Steve?
Yeah, this is one of the. This is the other. Well, there's 2 different releases, isn't there? This is the.
This is Vimmel, the Vimmel John Whip sculpt, 50 quid, out November.
I don't get where they've when they've advertised it. It says Vimal or Vimmel, whatever you want to say, /Kai/11. So which one is it? Who's done what?
Yeah,
have they all had a go of it, or what I mean?
11's the one with the swappable hair, isn't it?
No, that's So Toys.
Oh, okay.
This one is a joint project between Vimmel, Kai, and 11, and I don't understand because they normally each do their own sculpts. I don't understand how they would all contribute to the same ones, but it is what it is. But I think it looks fantastic, to be honest.
I prefer the battle damaged.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I think that looks better.
I think it looks the one on the left. I know there's a slightly different angle. It just looks a bit too long in the face, whereas the battle damage one looks better, proportioned. It may just be the photo, but I like the battle damage one. Did you say, have you got the Hot Toys Wick?
I've got the Hot Toys Wick, where he's in his box at the moment until I get me new display up and running. But I've pre-ordered the So one, which is $35 for you get the swappable hair. These are $65 each. So if you want both of them, you've got to spend $130.
Yeah.
But I still might order that.
Not that good.
It's not as good as this.
No.
That looking at this, especially that one on the right, I'm like, that is that's Keanu Reeves as John Wick, whereas the Hot Toys one, you don't get that. So I think
it's
I'm going to order the Battle Damage one,
I guess, with just different hair and a beard.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's similar. I mean, it is distinct enough. It's not exactly the same sculpt because they did capture him a bit as he was younger for Neo. You know,
I was to say, there's a lot. It's 15, 20 years in between.
Oh yeah, totally. But I think I'll be ordering the one on the right, the Battle Damaged for mine.
Cool. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. And then we had a bit of horror. Trick or Treat Studios. So they are doing. So they're going balls deep into this. They are doing the Halloween 2018 version for 180 quid. The Halloween 5 version for 160. And then the Chinese Halloween 4 version for 160. Then the Halloween 1978 Sam Hain edition, which is effectively the bloodied up one. 140. And then the 78 100 is 120. And they're all out about September time.
Do you know who did the overalls for this?
Is her name Tamila Aris?
Yeah. Because she did the custom runs for a long time, and then she basically sold out and sold them the template. The template, yeah. Sold these guys the template. Probably made a mint off it because they're producing these like in the mass now, aren't they?
I mean, the 78 versions I really like, and the 2018 version I like. The 4 and 5 I just look.
We were laughing at them off air. I mean, I no doubt they're probably screen accurate, but they still look bloody awful.
The character design's just not great.
No. I still might order the 78. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Would you get the bloodied or the normal?
Normal, I think.
Bloody yourself.
The blood effect on that just looks shite.
Yeah.
Looks like someone spilled some paint on it.
It does, yeah. Yeah, there's no texture to it whatsoever.
No, just add it yourself if you really want it.
Yeah.
I think it looks better when it's clean anyway.
Yeah, I do too. I do. Yeah. Because I'm not a massive horror fan, but I must admit I've started to watch more horror films of late. And Halloween is on the list to go back and watch because I've seen them all out of order, odd times throughout the years. So I want to go back and watch them. And I mean, the prices of these, I don't understand.
No, they're all over the show. Yeah.
You know, cheapest being 120, most expensive being 180. So unless that's to do with whoever owns rights
and the cheapest is arguably the best.
Yeah,
which is the clean 78.
I
think they'd charge more for that.
Than 120 quid.
But,
I mean, the body's going to need swapping out because they've got very limited articulation. But how much articulation do you need for Michael Myers? The cunt hardly goes around karate chopping people.
No.
So
I think people are saying the hands look really cheap as well. So
yeah, I think.
But
I think
you'd have to factor in a 20 quid body to sort that out. Then it's not.
Yeah, I've got about 1,000 hands ready to go anyway. So.
Anyone who's been collecting more than like a week seems to have a box full of hands.
Yep. And those stupid thigh thickening things.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm literally staring at a set now. Yeah. Just on the side.
Never used them. Has anyone ever used them?
No, I don't know anyone who's used them.
I think once, and then that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, talking of horrendous, we have the McFarlane Witcher, which is a 12-inch figure. There's no price or release date yet because it's been just previewed. It looks like it's heads.
Yeah,
severed heads.
I don't know what it is. They're not human, but
no. You see, I played the Witcher games, quite like them, and I did. So the clothes he's wearing, that's what I did to Dean Gladwell's one, but that was all cloth. So this looks like it's all sculpted.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting them getting into 12-inch figures. But if they're just effectively going to be like statues like this, then they might as well not bother.
No.
Yeah. You're not going to get the high-end market, are you?
No. And that's the thing, like, it's not fair because they will get compared against Sideshow and Hot Toys and...
Yeah. I mean, I used to buy a ton of McFarlane stuff, and his stuff was the best for a long time.
Yeah,
but I just think he's out of his depth, particularly in the 12-inch scale. It's not even worth bothering with.
Mm.
No.
There's so many other people doing it so much better.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, and then we've got these fucked up things.
we don't understand these at all.
Terry,
damn toys again.
So is it Terry Crews and Sean William Scott on it?
Yeah, so you've got Lance Corporal Scott,
Stifler
for 140. They're both 140 quid, and they're both out Q2 2021.
Terry Crews. So, yeah.
I don't understand it. I know Damn Toys have got form for this, where they will release a military figure and stick a celebrity's head on it.
Mm-hmm. Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney, police officer, and all that kind of shit.
So you spend 120 quid for a head sculpt of Wayne Rooney, aren't you? Because you're going to bin the police officer outfit.
Yeah. And you can't even use any of the accessories for that.
No.
We've
got a machine gun and a skateboard and a Game Boy. What?
Yeah, I know. He's the Joker of the pack,
isn't he? So random though.
And then Terry's got a loud hailer, which is good.
Yeah. I just don't.
Slightly more useful gear, but it is. What is the point? Who actually wants it?
Yeah. I don't know why they just didn't bother putting.
I don't think either of them have ever been in a war film either.
No,
that I can remember where they've actually done anything like this.
No,
it's
not off the top of my head.
Them. No. You got all those famous actors in Black Hawk Down or something like that you could have gone with.
Just don't fucking get it. I just do not understand it. Yeah.
Ironically, I think they've definitely both played police officers, but not army people. Because Cruz is in Brooklyn 999, isn't he?
Cruz looks too small as well. Like he's a big, beefy guy.
Yeah.
And it's almost like when you see the picture of just the head screaming.
Yeah,
it's obviously on the body, but it does. Yeah, it looks more like Seal, and the neck looks too small. Like, just not good.
Not
good. Good for a laugh.
Yeah, worth a laugh. And then,
what's this? I've not seen this one.
I've just noticed the mace. When did she use that?
Uses the mace in Far From Home at the end when they're in the vault thing at the bottom and the drones are coming for her.
Right.
So this, for everyone listening, is the Young Rich MJ. This costs you 105 quid. It's at Q4 2020. If looks could kill.
I like the fact you get two outfits, but
yeah. Again, obviously I'm guessing this is meant to go with like the Fat Friend figure that they did.
Yeah.
I like the way that they're filling out the kind of background characters, but
they weren't great supporting. They weren't great supporting actors, though, were they? Or even characters. Yeah, they didn't. It's not MJ, is it? Really?
No.
And how do you say it? The fulfilling, quotas, if you like, as well. So,
absolutely, yeah.
Nothing against them, but I just say I don't. Yeah, ticking box. I don't think that they added anything particularly to the movies.
No, they just didn't. The characters were not written in the right way. They weren't written in a comic book style. You know what I mean? I could go on for hours about it, but it wasn't right.
Yeah. So needless to say, we won't be getting this.
Nope.
No.
And then we had
DC Onslaught.
DC did us proud. DC did us proud.
Yeah.
The fandom was just fantastic. Very, very much enjoyed every
long
trailer.
overdue.
Yeah, big time. It was almost like the last couple of years they'd just been quietly working away. Going, okay, Mr. Marvel, you do whatever you want.
We know you're going to be done soon, and yeah.
I think it was the perfect timing for this.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing they showed us was Gotham Knights. Loved it. It looked fantastic.
Yeah, I was gutted it wasn't a Batman game, but I've made a piece of it now, and it does look bloody good.
Yeah, I mean, there was a bit of confusion.
Is that Rockstar doing that?
No, this is Warner Brothers Montreal.
Right.
This is the same people that made the Batman Arkham Origins game.
Yeah.
The black sheep of the Arkham games.
Okay. Yeah.
But this looks good. This does look bloody good.
It's billed as an action RPG.
Yeah, I think it's less on the RPG though. It's still got most of what the Arkham games had in terms of thing. But I was reading. Yeah, I was reading an article where obviously you can play the 4 different characters, but you can change their outfits for the different looks they've had over the years, and then you can add to their outfits with upgrades of like armor and whatever you want.
I think that's where they can get the loose RPG element, really, because you're
right.
just upgrading your equipment and your armor and stuff like that, and they say it's an RPG because you get experience points, and that allows you to unlock the next.
I think that's roughly how it works.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be a turn-based. Oh, I've hit your upper right shoulder. Deduct 3 points type of thing.
Very much in the way that Minecraft Dungeons is an RPG, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very loose.
Yeah. But yeah, look good. Good.
Yeah, very much.
I'm very impressed with the graphics because I'm kind of a bit out of it with games and that. And I know it's not necessarily gameplay footage, but it's getting very close to being, photorealistic, isn't it? It's very
Well, these new 2 new consoles, the PS5 and the Series X, they're going to have this thing called ray tracing, which the way that projects light throughout the game, it does make it look a lot more realistic. So when they start making use of that properly, that's when on a 4K telly it will look amazing.
Stunning,
yeah. And then we had the Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. Now, people don't seem to be loving this, but I'm liking it because this is by Rocksteady, and they've got a form of making very, very good games.
Definitely.
And the Suicide Squad's brilliant. They're great in the comics. The characters that popped up in the Arkham games so far, because apparently now this does exist in the Arkham universe.
Yes,
apparently.
This is apparently, allegedly. Yeah. Well, there's little teasers, isn't there? People have been screenshotting different things, and that's from the Arkham games,
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm probably looking forward to this more than I am Arkham Knight, and the trailer was really good, particularly when like Superman just blasts the guy he's holding. Fantastic.
Yeah, I think it'll be really well written. Because just watching the trailer, you can see there's a lot of thoughts gone into the script, and the characters. I mean, you got the characters look fantastic as well.
Yeah, very, very good.
King Shark, isn't
maybe
it?
Maybe it could pave the way for a decent Superman game at some point in the future as well.
That was meant to be coming, and it got canned, didn't it?
Was it? Yeah.
The thing is, any games where you're someone like Superman, how do you even?
Yeah,
where's
I know.
The challenge?
Yeah, where's the challenge? Yeah, it's always going to be kryptonite based, isn't it? And it gets a bit
and then suddenly, boring. if you flood the game full of characters that can potentially beat up Superman, kind of becomes pointless. I mean, I know it's a Lego game, but my boy has all the Lego games, and we play a lot of the DC ones. Yeah. As soon as you switch to Superman, you're invincible. Nothing can touch you. You zap everything with your eyes. You just, particularly the last game we got in was the DC supervillains one. Ridiculously fun game to play. But as soon as you go to Superman or even Ultraman and all of that, you just hover yourself up in the air, stick your heat vision on, and you just fucking decimate everything.
Well, they've done this the right way around, haven't they? Because you can't play as the Justice League. You can only play as the Suicide Squad. So you've got you're obviously up against the best of the best in terms of those heroes. So it is going to. I mean, Harley Quinn's got no superpowers, and most of them haven't, to be honest. So you are going to be up against it trying to beat Superman.
How did who's the Shark guy? How does he come about? What's his origin?
King Shark.
King Shark. I don't know enough about him. I just know he's a bit like Killer Croc, but he's a shark.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's going to be fun because he just goes around biting people's heads off, but like Venom.
Venom. Yeah. He does that in the trailer, doesn't he?
So that's going to be fun doing that. I think playing as him.
I think the good thing about the Suicide Squad is because it pulls in villains from lots of different areas of DC.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just.
You get to learn about those, don't you? Then?
Yeah, it isn't just okay. You're facing typically Superman villains or Batman villains. They're pulling stuff in from the Flash and Wonder Woman and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I like about it.
Yeah,
gives me a bit more scope.
Superman stuck on a red planet.
This is 2022. This game, isn't it? It's quite a way out.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'd be interested because obviously they didn't show any gameplay.
No.
So I'd be interested, to see that when it comes along. And then while we're on the Suicide Squad, we had the trailer for the film.
This looks fantastic.
It looks really good, and I was surprised people like Nathan Fillion, John Cena, even what's his name? He played Doctor Who. Was it Capaldi?
Was he in it? Oh, I didn't see him.
Yep, he's in it.
I think you're right, actually. Yeah.
He plays this psychic guy.
The cast looks amazing.
It looks brilliant.
The look of it, Harley's outfit, people are going to be dying to buy that as a hot toy.
Yeah. It's on my top 10 list of films that I want to watch now.
Idris Elba's he's taken over Deadshot, hasn't he, from Will Smith?
Yeah, he's Bloodshot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
not different character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very, very, very similar.
Okay.
Get best thing out the com. I would probably agree there.
It's right up there, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably the best original thing we've seen. So far. I am
liking the look. I'm sure we'll come to it in a minute, but the Batman, I'm liking the look of that as well. But I'll wait till we get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks like the trailer. I've watched it a couple of times. It just looked that beat. Is it the beach scene where they're all like running? I think the look of it looks. James Gunn is a master. He did really well with the
Guardians.
Help me out. Yeah, the Guardians film. I think he could do well with this as well.
Mm-hmm. It looked fun.
And at the end of the day, that's what the Suicide Squad's about.
Bloodsport, not Bloodshot. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's Van Damme. That's what I know. That's what I think of when you say Bloodsport.
And then we had this. The Snyder Cuts. Which is going to be a 4-part HBO series. I am super excited for this.
I know. They're going to release it as a film as well.
Yeah. Because I heard that there was only like 20 minutes worth of Zack Snyder's footage actually used in the Whedon cut. So
that's right,
it's completely
it's a totally different film.
Yeah.
Dark Side as well. Yeah.
Yep. I'm so looking forward to this. I think we're going to see a big boom in DC stuff soon, if it's not already started to happen.
Oh yeah, I mean, Hot Toys will redo all these as
they do Cyborg.
I think they will this time. Yeah, I think we'll get Black Suit, Spider-Man, Cyborg, reissues of the other ones. Sorry, Spider-Man. Do you know what? Spider-Man as well, to be honest.
I've started going back and listening to some old shows, and I do that quite a lot. Superman, Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Hot Toys will do at least another one more Black Suit Spider-Man as well. Definitely do a Superman.
Yeah,
I think they'll re-release most of them.
I think so. I think we get Snyder Cuts.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get another Nightmare Batman as well because he's in this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, big time.
Yost might have to do another run of his Batmobile as well.
Yeah, we'll see what else pops up. There's probably some other kind of mental vehicle in there.
Definitely,
Yeah,
it's cool.
You can do an invisible jet as well. That'll be an easy one.
Yeah. There she is.
Yeah.
The lady herself.
And then we had another 84 trailer. I am... The more I've watched the trailers for this, the more I like it. Although there's some people have... I think they've been a bit unfair. Is it Tigress?
Kristen Wiig.
Isn't it Cheetah?
Cheetah. Cheetah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So saying, what's a bit weird? She's got a tail. Well, that's what she's like in the comic. Like, literally, I don't think sometimes DC can win. People go, it's not comic accurate, so they literally give you it ripped out a comic book. And
what do people want, really?
Yeah.
It's totally different to anything you've seen before, and they're pushing the boundaries now, aren't they? It looks like a very different film to most other ones.
Yeah. The Justice League figures sold really poor.
Yeah, because the film was
they'll do a black Superman and that's it. Well,
I don't. Did they? There's plenty of people who got them. I think this time round it'd be a bit different, though. To be honest, I think they may have sold poorly because the film didn't get great things, but this has got a different feel about it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, this looks really good. This is the one film that I kind of was looking forward to over the summer before the whole lockdown kicked in. So we should have had this in July, I think. The
soundtrack's amazing as well. I love a bit of 80s music. So
me
definitely.
Too. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that.
When's it scheduled for release? Has it got a date yet?
And was it end of the year? It was meant to be. I think I'm not 100% sure. To be honest,
because this and Black Widow got pushed back, didn't it, to later in the year?
Yeah, because Tenet's opening this Friday, isn't it? Which is the new Chris Nolan film, that's like the first new release since
film
lockdown, really. So
it's meant to be amazing as well. Mate of mine's been to see it already in the preview. And he said it was fantastic. Yeah, he's done it again apparently.
Yeah, I'd not really heard of it, and then I've loved everything he's done so far. So I can't see it being anything other than fantastic.
Yeah, it's meant to be.
But but the effects with the the lasso of truth and stuff look really good in that trailer. Where she's going through that. I don't know if it's like the White House or whatever, just taking out security guards and things like that. It looks really good. So
because you don't think she's got a sword and shield in this one. She's just got the lasso.
No, just the lasso. Yeah.
I've ordered the figure as well. I've got the
does look really good.
Standard edition on order.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I'm so happy the standard edition has got molded hair.
Oh yeah, that's what sold it for me. I was like, I've got to buy it.
Yeah, that's gonna be the Wonder Woman to have.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, and then the Batman.
Yeah,
so fucking good.
Pulled out the bag, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. There's some really good theories floating around.
I don't like all that he's not Bruce Wayne theories. I think that's a bit.
Oh no, I like that. I like that.
I don't think it's right though. I'm very sure he's Bruce Wayne, but
I think it would be great if they did. It would be a bit of a newer take on it.
It wouldn't be the end of the world, would it? But
no. And there are plenty of comics where he hands over the cowl, albeit not permanently, but he does hand the cowl over. So that would be good to see. But either way, I'm happy. Like, the trailer looks good, and don't get me wrong. Like, I think people slagged him off being a sparkly vampire man. I don't think he will ever get away from that.
No, of course not.
And that's fine.
I've seen him in other stuff though, and he's good.
Yeah,
he's alright in Harry Potter.
Yeah,
he's good.
The thing is,
I can't remember the one I've seen is, but I've seen him in other stuff.
I've got The Lighthouse to watch. Not watched it yet with him and Willem Dafoe.
He's meant to be really good in that.
Yeah.
I've not seen that.
It's like a black and white kind of noir piece. Just the two of them going mad in this lighthouse, but it's meant to be really good. The thing is, I think that with the Joker, it's opened up this possibility to just have. I know they are going to make another one, but these standalone films where they can just play around with the timelines and the accepted history. So as Ian said, I don't mind either way if he's Bruce Wayne or he's not, because it looks good.
I think what they're saying now is like everything to do with Zack Snyder. Everything to do with Zack Snyder's universe will go onto HBO, and the movies will just all be standalone pieces like these and the Joker.
They've kind of moved and opened up the multiverse though, haven't they? Because you look at the Flash on the CW Flash, you had that Ezra. Is it Ezra Miller who played the?
Yeah.
So he popped up in that, and they've been exploring like the multiverse theory from DC for fucking years now. So, and the whole Crisis on Infinity Earths event they had not long ago, you've got all the films are all interlinked and tied together, and so you can have stuff like this.
Totally. That's what DC's always been about, though. DC's always been about reinventing itself. None of it really talks to each other. You know what I mean? It just goes off in different tangents.
I like the film. It's very dark.
Missed it.
I'm not so sure about the suit yet, because it's like from the waist down, it's just kind of like combat trousers, isn't it? And
yeah, it's growing on me, but yeah, I think you mean it's not.
Not necessarily one that you'd want a figure of, but
it's early years, Batman. Though, whether there's going to be another suit later in the film, though, maybe he upgrades it like he did in.
Could be, yeah. And people are saying, it doesn't look like the sort of Bruce Wayne with the money. And that was one of the other theories, wasn't it? Because they're saying that the suit and the car, they're not like what we've seen before, where it's all bespoke made,
low budget.
Yeah. But I quite like that. It's got like a grindhouse kind of feel to it.
Yeah, but then like when I was reading Year One, everything he had then was fairly low tech. The suit wasn't anything too special. He didn't even have a car. He was riding around on a motorbike.
And I think that's realistic because if he was developing stuff, it would take years.
Yeah.
If he needs to be out and about on the street now, then he's going to have to go with admittedly the best equipment that's available.
Yeah.
But so I think there's a realism to that.
Yeah, I think that's the way they've gone with it. I think he is Bruce Wayne, and it's very early days, and he's just doing it all himself.
Yeah.
I didn't like Sean Pertwee as a Cockney Alfred, though. I didn't like that.
Oh, because he's in the Gotham series, isn't he?
Yeah. I just don't like Cockney. Michael Caine got away with it because it's Michael Caine. Sean Pertwee doing a proper Cockney white boy Alfred, no. Sorry, it doesn't work.
Gotham. The thing with Gotham is they hit the way they handled the villains. Fantastic.
Yeah.
The villains in that were fucking brilliant, and the design was great. The way they handled kind of Bruce Wayne, Selina Kyle, Alfred, Gordon as well. Yeah, it just didn't quite mesh with me. I was watching it pretty much for the bad guys. And towards the end, Bruce Wayne and the stuff he was going through kind of became a side plot. It was all really much about Cobblepot and stuff like that. Okay. So, but the Batman trailer was fantastic. Yeah. I like the way he pummeled the shit out of that guy. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you?
Oh yeah, it looks plenty violent, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely going to give him his chance.
And it's already spawned some of the best memes of this year. Like particularly just the ones of like just people had the shit kicked out of them. He only asked Batman who he was. It's just this carcass on the floor. There's been some good ones. And then we had the trailer. I don't even know really to call it a trailer.
No, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a teaser. It was a teaser, definitely.
Yeah. So we had the teaser for Black Adam. It sounds really good.
Yeah.
Black Adam as a character, I don't know a massive amount about.
No,
I kind of roughly know.
Evil Shazam.
Well, yeah, he's
anti-hero, isn't he?
Yeah. So thousands upon thousands of years ago, he ends up getting the power, and ends up kind of doing he's a bit like Venom, like in the movie. So he's kind of. He does stuff that he knows perhaps isn't right, but it needs to be done, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I gathered from the trailer as well. So I'm quite looking forward to this. And Dwayne Johnson.
He can't. I love him. Yeah.
And I did. And to be honest, I thought this had come about that he was, it was just another one he signed up to. But I actually watched him talking about it on the event, and he said this has been in the making for 10 years.
Yeah,
he's been wanting to do it for 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. He was really talking
at the beginning of this teaser. He kind of said, finally, that the role I've been waiting for all this time.
Yeah.
Apparently, it all spawned because of some fan picture. Someone made a picture of Black Adam, and it started going around the internet.
Crazy. Not looking forward to it though. I think it'll be a great figure if Hot Toys did it as well. I think they'd do justice.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
They talked about this movie back in 2013 when Man of Steel came out, and they were setting up their movie state. Yeah, I remember that.
Wow.
I remember that.
It's like when Samuel Jackson got the Nick Fury role based on the Ultimates comics.
Yes,
because he was drawn as Nick Fury, and that led to him actually getting the role in the movies.
Instead of David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, definitely a good move.
Yeah, so I'm quite looking forward to that.
Yep,
I think it'd be brilliant.
Mate.
I'm so happy about this.
And Keaton.
Yeah.
Yes, and Keaton. Yeah. So Batfleck is to return in the Flash.
Yeah.
And Keaton is meant to be in it as well. So
I
just a wet dream.
I can't wait for this. I think I don't know which I'm looking forward to the most out of all these films now, because they've all got something really, really worth looking forward to.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that, again, because of this whole multiverse thing, we're going to have multiple Batmen. It doesn't
matter, does it?
No, exactly. It doesn't matter. No. And the thing is, only DC could pull that off. You couldn't have a couple of Wolverines or a couple of Captain Americas, but you can quite happily in DC.
And also DC's got the lineage, although they haven't hit the mark on them all. They have got these different versions of the characters that they've had over the years, so it's easier. Obviously, Captain America's only ever been played by Chris Evans.
Yeah.
So you can't have multiple versions of him, whereas
no one's going to do what Iron Man as well as RDJ did. So they kind of box himself in the corner there. You can't you're going to leave that 10 years before you try and do it again. Haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. So they've got that in their favour, and obviously, I mean, for me, Keaton's will always be my favourite Bruce Wayne Batman. I think. So it'd be great to see him back.
Yeah, I think Batfleck's a good second there.
I think the reason why I like Ben Affleck's Batman is because it reminds me the most of the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
It's that kind of beefy. Yeah. I fucking had enough of this shit, Batman.
Inspiration, wasn't it?
Yeah.
These two are actually the only Hot Toys or movie Batman I've got. I haven't got any of the other ones.
No, I had the Keaton one and got rid of it because it was just effectively a statue. But I regret getting rid of that. The idea was I was going to get rid of it and get the Returns Batman, but I never did.
I've got the Returns one.
Batman. Yeah,
I've got the Returns one.
I
love it.
Stupidly expensive.
Stupid money now. Yeah.
Custom.
I got that and the Joker just before they went up in price.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. Look forward to that.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah,
not so exciting.
Not so exciting. So there was a couple of posts banging around the internet, as you do, about Disney Plus potentially showing some more mature content, and I don't mean chicks with dicks.
No,
actual
Disney,
because they own Fox and all of that kind of stuff. They run about this guy, girl even Grace Randolph. Was saying that they're looking at potentially putting it behind like a parental controlled area. Yeah,
they have on Sky, don't they?
But Disney Plus use profiles, so you make it an adult profile, and a child's profile, and then like Netflix does, you go on the kids' profile. Yes. You don't have any of the adult stuff. I think it's a good idea. I don't know why Disney haven't done it. What's the point of buying up all these studios and then not using them? It doesn't make sense. So I think it's been on the cards for a while.
Yeah, it'd be good because obviously Fox, you've got the Aliens,
we got
Die
Deadpool.
Hard.
Because they've already put
True Lies.
Yeah, because they've already put the X-Men films on there. Yeah, they're already there. So because I finally got round to watching Dark Phoenix, and I think. Well, I didn't mind it, to be fair, because I went in with zero expectation because everyone...
That's not as bad as...
shit it was.
Not as bad as it.
I might give it a go.
It's not the worst film I've ever seen. It's still... The problem is, anyone who grew up on, like, the 90s X-Men, you watch that and go, this doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. They don't look like the X-Men. Why are they all like 6? Where the fuck's Wolverine?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We do see him in it, but
yeah, but he was kind of shoehorned in, wasn't he?
He was Weapon X.
Yeah. But yeah, so if we do get more Fox content, I'll be happy with that because, like I say, we get Alien, a load of other stuff. So we'll wait and see if that one actually rolls around.
It's really worth. I say before we move on, it's really worth following Grace because she has a lot of contacts over in the movie industry in Hollywood and that.
Yeah.
And she never posts anything unless she's absolutely sure it's going to be true.
Yeah.
So she's not one of these, insider info, just post bullshit every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
She is very, very reliable.
Yeah. I'll make sure I follow her, Yeah, and then we had so Mulan, they've started to put up the adverts for it over here in Blighty. 20 quid on top of your normal subscription to watch it. This has come out cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So we're talking of like 30 odd quid.
Well, probably 35 quid because it was $35, wasn't it? And I was thinking,
Yeah.
Is that for a year?
That's just to watch Mulan.
Really?
Yeah, but there's no limit on it. You do effectively own it. It says you can watch it unlimited times for any, it's not like a limited time thing, but.
Right. Mind you, Sky do this where you can get early access to the movie, just like 10, 15 quid or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, good example. This is the other day. My boy wanted to watch the new Scooby-Doo film. So
is it any good?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
I think we paid 15 quid to watch it, which is less than a cinema ticket. Now, we did that on Amazon. Now, I already paid for an Amazon subscription, but I don't get out my pram at the fact that there's stuff there that I have to buy. You just live with it. I don't think 20 quid's that bad. If it was anything more than that, I'd be a little bit, well, why the fuck would I want to do that? I don't see what the issue is. I really don't.
Not if you get to keep it, because it's no more expensive than it will be on, if you bought it on Blu-ray or something.
If it was 20 quid and you had 2 days to watch it, I'd be a bit.
That's what I was thinking to start with. It was going to be a rental. You watched it for 2 days, but no, they've said that you keep it. So I mean, it's not really. It doesn't really interest me as a film, but as a concept, if it was something else, if it was Wonder Woman, I'd do it now.
Yeah, and I think that's the issue. I think if you swapped Mulan out for Wonder Woman, any of those trailers we just fucking watched, any Star Wars film, people would be like, fuck that, 20 quid bargain, I'll do it.
If it was Star Wars, people would be falling over themselves to pay it.
Exactly.
But it wouldn't be 20 quid either.
No.
It's a bit of a...
it would be 35 and people would willingly pay it.
Yeah. But this, I think they've realised that actually no one's really that interested. It's not one that people are going to be kicking themselves that they canned from the, cinema release. So
it's not a film I'm particularly thrilled about.
No.
It's one of those ones. If it was on Disney Plus and part of my subscription, I might eventually watch it.
Oh yeah, I'll watch it when it's free, when it's part of the subscription.
Yeah, I'm not paying £20 for it.
No. It will look good in 4K, but I'm not going to pay extra for it.
So that was the Disney Plus shenanigans. Custom corner. So I think it's safe to say we've been a little bit busy. So probably you more than me, Pete. To be fair, that is a beastie ship.
That ship's awesome.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Tell us all about it.
Damn near killed me, I think, and probably put my relationship with my missus at a bit of a breaking point. Because many 3 o'clock in the morning jobs. It started off. I bought a Lepin knockoff black, because the original black pearls go for like 300 quid, the Lego ones. You can get a Lepin one for like 25 quid. And
really?
Yeah, on AliExpress. And there was some sort of mess up, and I ended up ordering 2, and they both turned up. And I thought, well, I've only spent 50 quid. And I thought, well, I've seen people make extension, and basically they just extend the hull to make it longer. So that's where I started, and then I just carried on from there.
Did you use those sets to make it longer, sort of thing?
Yeah, but it's only really the hull itself,
Right.
and obviously the sails. So the sails are a lot bigger. So I've used 2 sets of sails and the mast and stuff. But yeah, pretty much everything else, obviously I built up because it didn't have a lower deck on it. It was just a single deck. So I built that. Built all built like a second not cab, but room underneath the one at the back. I've done all the decking, and obviously it's all lit as well. But because I wasn't following whereas I've done custom stuff before, I've actually I've either used someone's instructions or I've used a 3D model from that someone's built. So I've just deconstructed it and rebuilt it. It was very much just trial and error. So the time it took was massive because you kind of like, right, okay, how do I fill this section in? Right, I'll put these in, and then you try it and it's not strong enough, so you try something else, and you're like, well, actually, then that's going to get in the way of the lights. And so it took a lot of hours, but I'm very pleased with how it's turned out.
It does look awesome. It looks great. I think you did a video as well, didn't you? Where it showed the light flickering.
They've got a effects board on them, so they're kind of like candlelight. So there's lights in the lower deck and in the 2 cabins at the back, and on the lanterns at the back and on the deck as well. So I like it, but I have said that is my last custom Lego project. I'm done with that.
Shit.
Well,
there'll be more.
Really haven't got any
He'll
more
do
room.
another.
And we know that big package that's coming my way in the next few months.
Enough about your private life, Pete.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it becomes quite expensive. Although the Lepin base sets didn't cost me much, I obviously had to buy a lot of extra Lego and stuff. But I do enjoy it. But this one really tested me to breaking point because I hadn't designed it. So the deck is fixed, and obviously you've got all the sails that the masts that go through it. So you can't just. And I put it all together, just think I'd done it, and then one of the lighting cables would ping out, so I then have to take it all apart again, and it was really like doing my head in. But I finally got it, and it's cool. So, but it's
fantastic.
I won't be doing another one for a while, let's say.
So
I never intended to do this one, but it just came along. So what have you been up to, Ian?
So my boy, I've got a bit of a Lego story. So my boy, he's we've been buying him Lego for ages now, and he loves it. But some of the sets we've got him have become quite expensive. So we got him this, and I think we only paid like 60 quid for it. Remember Star-Lord's ship?
Milano.
You had the Lego set. Is that it? The orange one. So
the orange one, yeah.
Milano. So they do this set where you get that, you get Gamora, Star-Lord, Iron Man, and Thanos.
Yeah.
Right. So when we got it, it was, like I say, weren't a lot, 60, 70 quid. The thing's a pain in the arse because it has the front flaps open and down, and then out this little bike thing comes out.
Okay.
But the way that they made it connect was by two of like, do you know, like this the single pieces with kind of like a C shape attached to it that normally click around a pole.
Clips, yeah.
So you had 2 of them just going like that.
Oh, that's
so
rubbish,
they didn't really grip onto each other. So the lid just kept coming off.
Right.
Shit, wound us up. So and it's fucking quite big as well. So my missus just chucked it in a drawer.
So you didn't modify it then?
Well, I did eventually, but bits started coming off of it, and it was all in pieces, and I was getting the because, not just the price of them, but it takes me fucking hours to build those bastards, and then when they're just thrown in a drawer and they're fucked, I'm like, well, that's hours of my life I'm never going to get back.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to take, isn't it?
So I just thought, fuck it, I'll have a look. Googled it. Fucking like 150 quid. I was like, right, get it out of that fucking drawer. Get it out now. Like, fucking found all the bits. Swapped the bits out on the top so it actually shut. And went, right, that now sits in the spare room. We just need to find Thanos now, an Iron Man, and then that's it. That set goes in there.
It's funny because we talked about, not buying 1/6 scale figures as investment, but Lego is actually a pretty good bet if you
Lego's
you know
mad.
pretty much anything. If you buy something and sit on it for 10 years, it is going to be worth 2 or 3 times whatever it is.
I've got so many old sets that I probably worth a lot now. And
yeah.
I've got 70s and 80s sets, like all of it.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sitting on pure gold there, mate.
I'm sure
definitely.
I am.
Yeah, you should have a look at that.
Yeah, so I've had a bit of a busy week, shall we say. So I think I said last time I had a commissioning, which was one of those like knockoff unpainted Anakins. Mm-hmm. So it turns up and all the hair is separate bits. So it's completely bald, 4 bits of separate hair.
Right, so that's the same sculpt.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was
top and bottom pictures the same sculpt. So that's it without the hair, and then the bottom one's it with the hair on and a few more bits I did to it. But I want to get a few more of these because I think with a bit of work, if you fill in the holes in the top and that bit of Dremel work, you can probably do a pretty good like unmasked Vader.
Yep.
So I need to try and do that. But yeah, this one turned up and the problem was the hair doesn't quite go back together properly. So I had to fill a lot of it in and remold it and fuck about. But yeah, it came out okay. I was quite happy with that in the end. So there was that. There was another Han. I think that's probably the 25th or 26th fucking Harrison Ford I've ever painted. I probably paint him more than I do anyone else. Mm-hmm. Anyone else. And then so they
was that for you or was that a commission?
No, that was another commission. So the only thing on there is the Batman. That's mine. Everything else
is the Han a knockoff one? It's not a repaint of the Hot Toys.
Yeah, it's a knockoff one. It's an unpainted knockoff one.
Yeah, they are good casts,
decent.
They are. Yeah. Now I don't normally promote recasts or anything like that, but I got a lot of these to practice, just because sometimes you hit a dry spell and you got nothing to paint. But these were very, very good, like very good.
Yeah,
The quality of them, So
they
like
look really
11 quid each. Yeah. They're not a lot at all.
No.
Was it a Stormtrooper body that came with from Hot Toys?
Yeah.
So
I think that's on the Hot Toys one, the eyes are looking the same direction as the smirk, which makes it look weird. Very, very weird.
That's the problem that's wrong with it. Yours looks a lot better there.
Yeah. So just having the eyes facing forward does wonders. Really brings out the lightness.
It does look the best I've seen. That I couldn't stand that sculpt. I've always hated it, but that actually does.
It's the eyes that ruined it.
Yeah, that does look like you could see Harrison Ford in that one.
Yeah, since painting a few, the sculpt's really grown on me. So much so I'm tempted to get another one for myself. So, because I've got one Stormtrooper, it never really goes with anything. But if I stick a hand sculpt on it, it can go with my other stuff and it kind of blend in. So that's generally the plan, is to pick another one of them up at some point. And then I repainted my Batman vs Superman Batman. Now, I have never been a massive fan of this figure. I've seen people take photos of it and it looks fantastic. I could never, ever, 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 ever get it looking right. The cow would piss me off. In fact, so much so, what I did on this one was I cut a little slit in the chest to try and poke the weird little diamond bit of the cow into it. Did not work in the slightest.
Okay.
I ended up with just a big fucking cut across the chest, and I was like, fuck's sake, how am I going to fix that now? Because obviously the chest is quite padded, so I ended up pinching it together, putting a layer of super glue over the top to kind of get it to mould together, and then when I repainted the suit, it all just painted in and you can't tell it's there.
Okay.
But this I did last night, and it's just a few very, very thin layers of grey and nothing else. I think the only other thing I've done to it, I think I padded the chest out, and I've pulled the arms, the sleeves down, and glued them to the body, so that you don't get that funny like bunching up on the elbow. where you can't, because the body's so beefy, the joint really shows up sometimes.
They didn't do a Big Ben mod then.
Which one's the Big Ben mod?
Stick his thing in his crotch.
Oh, that one.
Oh,
yeah.
No, I mean, what I've done with this is pulled the legs down. It's pulled it down on the legs so it doesn't bunch up so much on these. It gives him a bit of a baggy crotch, but otherwise,
I think the biggest benefit is it really brings out the definition in the chest and the six pack and stuff. You know, with the lighter colour. Yeah,
I mean, there's promo shots of the suit. Of Ben Affleck in the suit, and there's even some set photos where the suit looks really, really light. And I know they put filter after filter on, and all the photos I've seen of the suit behind glass and stuff like that. It's this kind of colour.
Yeah,
it does. I think it makes.
It reminds me of that very first shot. I think when he was standing next to the Batmobile when they started promoing it.
Yes,
and that was definitely looked more like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it brings out the symbol on the chest more, the gauntlets, the boots, the cowl. It makes that all ping in. Yeah. And having a custom cape on helps stacks as well with this figure. There is one mod you can do, which enables you to position the head a lot lower. So they have a weird neck peg, this figure, which has the design of it is so that when it slides up inside the cowl, the eyes are almost on it. They're on like a T section, and that slots into that. But what you can do is break that in half, so you only have half the peg.
Yeah, I did that to mine. Yeah.
Yeah, you can then bend the head. The only issue is because it's a soft rubber cowl, is the eyes can easily push themselves back inside, so his eyes end up really sunk in, and sometimes it then misshapes around the cowl. So I tried it a couple of times and didn't like it in the end, and put it all back.
Yeah, I ended up doing the same. I had it for a while like that, and then changed it back.
When it works and you position it right, it looks fantastic, but it takes such a long time. And the problem is, because of the way the cape fits over it and stuff like that, is that if those eyes do sink in, that's it. You've got to take the whole head off, push them back, put the whole thing back on again. So I was like, no, I'm going to
stick a little bit of blue tack in there or something to keep in place.
No, I don't think that'll work. To be fair. Okay. So that was it, and then I think I've got a few more Watto bits to do over the next couple of weeks. I know he's getting ready to send me a few bits. I've got some herring to do, so I need to dig my glue out for that.
Who are you
it's that a little zombie head thing, so it's not going to be anything remotely accurate. It's just plonk some hair on it.
Oh, that's the Witcher thing for Dave.
Yes, so I've got to do that. I mean, like I said, I'm tempted to pick up another one of these Anakin heads and try giving herring a go on that. Just to give it a whirl. I've done it in one figure before. I think
the amount it costs you, might as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll have a little update on that. So that was it, me. That was it for me, really. I haven't really done much else. Again, this episode, as every other episode we've done, is sponsored by Mr. Watto. Without him, we wouldn't be able to do SoundCloud and stuff like that. So a big thank you for that. And like I say, anyone wants anything done, head over to Watto's. I'm literally, it's like when he sends me photos and stuff he's going to send me, it's like Christmas. I'm so fucking excited to get the stuff in.
It's been Sean has been a real kind of breath of fresh air, I think, in the hobby, and being able to open up like the world of new characters that we may never see, and at really reasonable prices as well. And I almost blame him for me not being overexcited about the Ahsoka. Because he's one.
Because I really like his ones. I really like the cartoon style. But I think that's because we're so used to seeing the cartoon version.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's a live action. It's a bit. It kind of takes you out of it. I think if that one Sean does, if that was just made a bit bigger, so it would fit on that new body. I'd have that.
I'm not seeing John Travolta in Sean's one, so that's good.
No, it's definitely not there, is it?
No. So Yeah, and then obviously we have our Patreon guys. So we got Ben, Griffin, Sean, Ian, Renee, Eric, Quinn, Leo, Dan, Deanie, Stephen, Jason, Big Fern, King Zach, Caesar, Eric, Mario, Stephen, Sean, Scott, Jesse, and Stephen Maria. Thank you all ever so much.
Thank you very much.
While we're talking about our Patreon, we have 2 tiers. We have our £5. Sorry, we all go a little bit American here. $5 a month.
Yeah,
and that gets you some swag. I think you get stickers straight to your door, and that's it. You get your stickers. Be grateful.
Yep.
You get your sticker, and then you
They're
get
nice
£15. Yeah, they're nice stickers. You might even get an OFAC one. And then you get a $15 one. This is our crispy tier, and this includes a free sculpt painted by myself once a year. Zach will help you fix whatever figures you've gone and broken. And you get all the benefits of the last tier, so you get some pretty swanky stickers. And Zach's sweet angel Zach will chuck it. He normally chucks in a few extra bits and pieces, doesn't he?
Yeah, and also you get the access to After Dark, don't you? If you don't catch it live.
Yes, which is really handy if you're in the UK, because After Dark is probably first thing in the morning. It's normally about sort of 4 or 5 in the morning. And I kind of catch the tail.
Watch it live. Yeah.
It's literally After Dark.
Yeah. For over here, it's kind of like before dawn. I kind of catch the last sort of 10-15 minutes when I get up in the morning.
So here is the beautiful our classic logo. I'm not going to say old logo, our classic logo.
No, so talking of logos,
is one of the stickers for this month, I think, that you'll be receiving.
So Manny has designed us a brand spanking new OFAC logo, which we're hoping to get
in the background.
Yes, and he's also done me a personal solid, and he's done me some new Dark Side Customs ones as well.
Yeah, I saw that. Very nice.
Yeah, there's another Stay on Target one I'm going to stick up tonight.
Oh, okay.
Fantastic. They are absolutely brilliant. He is
proper. It's a nice logo, that.
Yeah, he's knocked it out of the park. I'm super happy with that. So what else have we got? Other shows, I guess. I guess we might as well plug the rest of them.
Final slide, yeah.
So we have Collecting Rarities, which is Raina's, Creepsaurus, which is Manny, After Dark, which doesn't sound as perverted as it actually is. The Joy of Hobbying,
not always.
Not always. Collecting Weekly, Collecting Comics, Small Talks, and Auction for all you US guys out there who want to buy cheap figures. I think I watched the last auction they did, and it was I regretted not actually living in the States. There was some really, really good stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our network. That's the shallot, said the Onion. I don't think I've got any shout outs. I don't know about you guys. Anyone you want to?
Shout out to Sammy Maxwell for my fantastic Lord of the Rings diorama that I will hopefully be able to showcase on episode 25. He mostly works with 12th scale stuff, but he's quite enjoyed doing a 6th scale. And to my eyes, we talked a bit about him when we had I can't think of her name, Louise on, because she's good friends with him, and she's had a lot. I think his stonework is the best I've seen, and obviously this diorama is a stone base and steps and a tomb and everything, and just the kind of finish and the quality he gets on that sort of age. So shout out to Sammy, shout out to Dean, Mr. Gladwell, who's going to be working with me once I've got it in hand. We're going to start working out how we're going to build the backdrop, and he's interested. He's going to be picking up the new Asmus Two Towers Aragorn. I'm going to do the chainmail for him on that. So we've been chatting a lot recently. Yeah. So that's all cool. What about you, Steve?
Well, I think as it's a DC episode, it'd be wrong of me to not shout out the other group I admin, which is 16 Gotham on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who's a DC fan and you've not found it yet, hit us up. There's over 4,000 people in there now. Plenty of conversation goes on. and some great looking DC figures. Hopefully, lots more if Hot Toys pull their finger out and start releasing some more out there. Yeah,
it's one of the best DC groups I've been in. Like, there's some really cool stuff on there.
Yeah, we're very strict on what is posted there as well. So absolutely nothing but DC, and we don't allow idiots in either. So
yeah, it's a good group, very very good group.
Cool. So we're at episode 25 next in a fortnight. That's pretty special.
Yeah, must be about a year now, isn't it?
Yeah, over a year.
Yeah, just over a year now.
You think you'll be able to join us for episode 25, Steve?
I will do my best.
Very good.
Yeah, because I've gotten that bored. I've started listening to old episodes, and it's weird. It's weird. You go back and you listen, and you think you know. Obviously, we've got slightly better setups and stuff like that now, but you're listening to stuff thinking, actually, that's in my collection now. Like, I've got that now. And it was as shit as I thought it was. Like, I've got it. It's been fun though. It's been good because it's just nice to actually physically talk to other people that collect, as opposed to it all just been done over Facebook. It's been.
And we've had some, interesting people join us. A couple of interviews with Yoast have been really good, and Louise and Chris and stuff. Yeah, it's nice. It's good.
Yeah.
Really good fun.
It's been good. It has been very, very good. Cool. So it's that time of night where I want to go to bed. I'm tired. So it's a bye from me.
Bye from me.
Goodbye from me. See you next time.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Shalom.
Bye now.